Much has been said about Lionel Messi's arrival at Paris Saint-Germain, instantly making the club not just a contender, but one of the favourites to win the Champions League and a near certainty to win the Ligue 1 title. But what about the impact upon Ligue 1 itself? When we talk about Europe's big five leagues, the Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, the Bundesliga and Ligue 1, the French top flight is very much fifth among the big five. Can the arrival of the six-time Ballon d'Or winner change that? Can Messi be Ligue 1's saviour? One thing to clear up first, does Ligue 1 need saving? Without being overly dramatic, the answer is yes. The pandemic hit every football club around the world, and PSG was not immune. With losses of 125 million euros during the 2019-20 season, and a reported deficit of between 250 million and 300 million. And French clubs suffered more than the rest with the collapse of their TV rights deal with MediaPro, which committed 814 million euros per year before the deal was terminated after 4 months, when the Spanish company didn't meet payment deadlines. A new deal agreed with Amazon a few weeks ago is worth less than a third of what MediaPro had promised. And Messi's sudden arrival only makes that look even worse value now. But what Messi in Paris does is open up new markets, not just for PSG, but for the whole league. Just as Neymar's arrival gave it a spark in his homeland Brazil. Argentina already has a TV deal. But beyond showing the games, there remain prospects for sponsorship, merchandise, and those ultimately disappointing but nonetheless very lucrative pre-season tours. The problem with all of this is that Messi is 34. His deal with PSG is only for 2 years with an option for a third. So while this provides a short-term boost for French football, it doesn't resolve the underlying problem with Ligue 1. Since Qatar Sports Investments, led by chairman Nasser Al-Khelaifi, bought PSG in 2011, it has felt like a one-team league. Sure, they didn't win every Ligue 1 title, but look at PSG's response. In 2017, they signed their conqueror Monaco's star youngster Kylian Mbappe for 180 million euros, along with the 222 million on Neymar. And this year, after Lille lifted the trophy, PSG outbid other suitors for Sergio Ramos, Gini Wijnaldum and Gigi Donnarumma, spent 60 million on right-back Achraf Hakimi, and have now landed Messi as well, fortunate as that may have been. And the gap between PSG and the rest is unique among the top leagues in Europe. Though Juventus recently had a spell of dominance, even more sustained in Serie A, that came through the other two of Italy's big three, AC Milan and Inter, going through a difficult decade financially. The closest comparison is Bayern Munich, but despite 9 Bundesliga titles in a row, Bayern does have rivals like Borussia Dortmund, respected on the European stage, and RB Leipzig, hated within Germany, but at least with the means to provide some actual competition to the Bavarian hegemony. Meanwhile, PSG's biggest rivals haven't really challenged even before Messi. There's Marseille, with the largest club stadium in France and therefore the highest attendances, and historic power with 9 Ligue 1 titles, but just 1 since 1992. Lyon only emerged more recently, with 7 straight titles in the 2000s before PSG changed the game, establishing themselves as a force in France's 3rd biggest city. But in the last decade, those two clubs have 2 second-place finishes each, more often scrapping to be the best of the rest with clubs that have less potential. Those that have upset PSG have been Monaco, from a rich but small town with few fans, and Lille, who lack the means to make it a regular occurrence, particularly given title-winning manager Christophe Galtier jumped to Nice. Nice does at least have the ingredients. The South Coast city is France's 5th biggest, and owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe is the 55th richest man in the world. No league titles in 62 years and no trophies at all in 24 doesn't inspire confidence, but that can change. Whichever club, or ideally clubs, that do it, what Ligue 1 desperately needs is for someone to be able to challenge PSG year in, year out. That's what has powered interest in La Liga. Even a two-horse race ensures that neither Barcelona or Real Madrid are ever on top forever, and Atletico's re-emergence has made it more interesting. The Premier League once had the Big Four, but now it's a Big Six, with two others in Leicester and West Ham even breaking that up last season, and has become even more watchable. And watchable means profitable. In 2019, each Premier League club earned €143.2 million in TV revenue, more than double La Liga in second, and nearly 5 times Ligue 1's $31.1 million per club. Having 56 Premier League fixtures that could be classed as big games, as opposed to a handful in Ligue 1, matters. Messi's arrival might be able to bring more money to Ligue 1 in general, and potentially allow PSG's rivals to invest. But though Messi may help Ligue 1 survive, the French league can't thrive without someone with similarly deep pockets as QSI buying a rival. Whoever that is could prove to be Ligue 1's real saviour. Thanks for watching. For more great content on all things football, make sure you hit the subscribe button.